Hi, it's Cory, and today we're going to learn how to play L-O-V-E, or Love, by Nat King Cole. This is such a great song to know, especially with Valentine's Day coming up, in case you want to play it for someone special in your life, or just because it's a great song too. Originally, this song has a lot of different chords, and the overall song is quite jazzy, as it is a jazz standard. I have taken that version and simplified it way down to where we have 5 chords and a much more simple strumming pattern. First things first, as always, make sure your ukulele is in tune. That's going to be a G on the 4th string, a C on the 3rd string, an E on the 2nd string, and an A on the 1st string. The first chord we're going to be looking at for this song is going to be the C major chord. To make that chord, you're taking your 3rd finger and then placing it on the 1st string, 3rd fret. We also need a D minor chord. For that, you're taking your 1st finger, placing it on the 2nd string, 1st fret. Your 2nd finger is going on the 2nd fret, 4th string, and then your 3rd finger is going on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. We also need a D7 chord. For that, you're going to take your 1st finger, place it on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and then your 2nd finger is going to go on the 2nd string, 2nd fret. We also need an F major chord, which is going to be your 1st finger, and then placing it on the 1st fret, 2nd string, and then your 2nd finger is going on the 2nd fret, 4th string. And finally, we are using a G7 chord. For that, you're taking your 1st finger, placing it on the 2nd string, 1st fret, your 2nd finger is going on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, and then your 3rd finger is going on the 2nd fret, 1st string. Now, before we get into the strumming pattern, there's actually a ton of really easy ways how we can transition into these different chords. For instance, we almost always follow our D minors with a G7 in this song. So if we're in our D minor position, if you notice, you're using all the fingers you need for a G7 already, and your 1st finger is already in the G7 position. So all you need to do is just lift those and move them over to get into your G7. So there's really no reason why you'll have to pick up your whole hand to make that transition. And that's really great because there's a lot of D minor to G7 transitions in this song. The other ones, they don't have quite as smooth as a natural transition. You just have to get used to lifting up the fingers. But luckily, those are a little bit easier than the D minor and the G7. For a strumming pattern, we're going to keep it simple with this song just because we are changing chords a little bit quickly for a beginner song. But what we're going to be doing, and then just playing on a C major to demonstrate, we are going to be doing a down, down, up, down. Slower, it looks like this. Down, down, up, down. If you'd like to add a chuck, that's totally your choice. Typically, my rule for chucking is I will exchange all of the downs after the first down in the strumming pattern with a chuck, but that's totally optional for you. I will not be doing chucking in the play along though. The only time we're not going to be using the strumming pattern in the song is going to be at the very, very end of the verses on the Anyone That You Adore Can. What we're going to do there is when we get to that G7, we're just going to play that and let it ring while singing. So we're just playing it on that chord change. This is what that will sound like. E is even more than anyone that you adore. And then you go to the chorus again. With love is all that I can give to you. And you can see where I have that transition from the D minor to the G7. I just am moving those 2 fingers over. I'm not lifting up my hand at all. All in all, this is a pretty simple song because we're pretty much just repeating the material again. Now, in the original, there are a lot of added flourishes and stuff like that, but we're not going to be doing any of that today. We're keeping it basic with just that kind of A and B section of the song. For simplicity's sake, I'm calling it verse and chorus. So with all that, let's give it a playthrough. 1, 2, here we go. And L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. Love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and love was made for me and love was made for me and you. And that's the little song. You can see at the end, I took a little flourish and just played it on the chord change when you had that ending section there. You can do it on the chord change like I did, or you can just keep it with the strumming pattern. Either is good. In the moment, I kind of just felt like I wanted to add a little flourish to it, so that's what I did. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. All this month, I'm going to be having love songs come out, which I think are great. A lot of the ones I've picked, they don't have to be like romantic love. They can totally be love for anyone. Like I often sing love songs to my cats. You know, that's normal, right? I hope you found this one helpful. It's a classic, it's beautiful. If you would like a full version of this that's a little bit more jazzy, and definitely it will have more difficult chords, because I did have to change the key for this one as well, so it's in a different key than the original. But if you are looking for the original and you would like that extra challenge with the chords, make sure to comment down below and let me know that. And also let me know what other love songs you'd like to hear. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye! V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. Love is all that I can give to you. Love